Ladies and gentlemen, this topic that I'm about to talk about is absolutely insane. So, please sit down and relax and let's talk about this together. Now, Daniel Dubois' dad. I don't know where to start. Some people call it black magic. Some people call it juju. And some people call it witchcraft. And that is what Daniel Dubois' dad is being accused of doing when it comes to his son's career. Allegedly. Let me say this word. Everything that I'm about to say is alleged. Allegedly, before the Anthony Joshua fight week, or actually on the Anthony Joshua fight week, a former friend of Daniel Dubois' dad, Mr. Spencer Fearon, the Knowledge, Mr. Knowledge they call him, and I call him Mr. Spencer's because the man is my dad's age. So Mr. Spencer came out on the Anthony Joshua Daniel Dubois fight week and accused of Daniel Dubois' dad of dealing with black magic, which is something that I have a hard time grasping. But this man, Mr. Spencer, is a God-fearing Muslim. So I don't know. I wouldn't really call the man a liar, but let's get deep into this. Now, on this fight week of the Alexander Usyk fight week, on fight day, it was reported that Daniel Dubois' dad hosted a party, a pre-fight party, on fight day, on the day of Daniel Dubois' biggest moment ever when it comes to his career, the rematch versus Usyk, where they hosted a party of, I don't know, tens of people, nearly 70 people, I believe, were in attendance, and they were all friends of Daniel Dubois' dad. Now, some people are claiming, allegedly, that those people maybe were participating in a ritual or something crazy. Now, when Daniel Dubois, when he was in that party, he felt so overwhelmed, allegedly, and he had to leave the house and go for a drive because he felt so overwhelmed. And on fight night, Daniel only arrived almost 90 minutes. He arrived to Wembley Stadium 90 minutes before he made his walkout, which is insane because most fighters, when you talk about a big event, they arrived at least 3-4 hours before they make the walk. But Daniel only arrived nearly 90 minutes before he made the walk. But what's crazy about the situation is this. Daniel Dubois had to walk to Wembley Stadium because of how many people were with his dad. And when all of these people, when you're talking about Daniel Dubois, his dad and his dad's friends, I don't know if they were people from Africa, or I don't know if they were participating in some ritual, but Daniel Dubois' dad wanted them to be in the arena. Now, the security of Wembley Stadium, they didn't allow those people to enter. And what did Daniel Dubois' dad do? He said, if you guys don't let all these people enter with us, my son is not fighting tonight. Which is a very strange thing to say and do. But that said, he managed to get all of these people into the stadium, and shortly after, Daniel Dubois got knocked out by Alexander Usyk. Now, what can we actually make of the situation? Whether it's the accusations when it comes to the black magic, or whether it's the pre-fight party hosted by Daniel Dubois' dad. Now, I have nothing against Daniel Dubois' dad. I'm sure that the man loves his son just like any other dad. But I love Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois is my age. So I always root for people that are my age and my era. Like people like Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Daniel Dubois, Shakur Stevenson, all these people that are my age. I always root for them. But I think that it's time where we should start asking questions about Daniel Dubois and his dad. Now, when we saw Daniel Dubois get knocked out, before he got up, he looked at his dad. And this is something that he does in every single fight. Every time where he gets frustrated or he gets in trouble or anything you can think of inside the ring, he seems to just look at his dad. And his coach, his head trainer, the great Don Charles. Don Charles wasn't really able to give instructions to Daniel in between rounds because his dad kept interfering in between rounds to give instructions to Daniel, his son. And Daniel refused to listen to anyone except his dad. So I think that now we should start to ask some questions when it comes to Daniel Dubois' relationship with his dad. Is his dad really benefiting his son by being in his son's corner, living with his son, being in his son's by his son's side in every step of the way? Now, yes, he is doing what every dad should do, but with these rumors and accusations and pre-fight party stuff, even now, Daniel's promoter, longtime promoter, the great, the legendary, the iconic Frank Warren, he is set to actually host a hearing with the Dubois team to get some questions about what in the world happened on fight day. Why did you have all those people with you on fight day? Why did you host this party? So they said that they were actually going to meet up with Team Dubois this week to seek some answers. And I believe we all shared the same thoughts when it comes to the situation. We all need answers from Daniel Dubois' team. So until then, we're just going to have to sit tight and wait for what's about to come. But I believe that Daniel Dubois, it is time for the man to, I hate to say this, but with all these crazy accusations, maybe, just maybe, I'm not going to say definitely, just maybe, the man should start considering to maybe putting his dad on the sidelines and, I don't know, walk the path of a warrior with him and his current coach, Don Charles.